Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm live. It's been a while, but I have been getting the calling to go live, um, and not just like post videos. So whoever catches this reading when you were meant to catch it, this is probably for you. Okay. So I woke up from a nap at 7:24 p.m. All right, 7:24. And the way that I see that, that's like 24/7. So that's like all the time, right? Every day, every hour, all the time. And I opened my Bible, and um, this is where I was led to in the Bible. And it's Psalm 53 and 54 and 55. So I'm going to read this, and I'm going to try my best to paraphrase, but I don't want to cut out anything that's important. So Psalm 53, and it goes, fools say in their hearts, there is no God. They are corrupt. They commit abominable acts. And there's no one who does good. God looks down from heaven on humankind to see if there are any who are wise, who seek after God. They have all fallen away. They are all alike perverse. There is no one who does good, no, not one. Have they no knowledge, those evil doers, who eat up my people as they eat bread, and do not call upon God? There they shall be in great terror, in terror such as has not been. For God will scatter the bones of the ungodly. They will be put to shame, for God has rejected them. Oh, that deliverance for Israel would come from Zion. When God restores the fortunes of his people, Jacob will rejoice, Israel will be glad. So, I just want to talk about something that happened to me just yesterday. Um, so, I'm talking to somebody about a situation that I'm going through, and I tell her how I believe God is going to, make it right. And she got so angry with me because I brought that up. She got mad saying that, you know, I'm wrong to assume or to believe that God is going to come down from heaven. That's the way she said it. She's like, come down from heaven and help me. And she said like my problem is small, right? I have a small problem compared to children who are fighting cancer. All right, and I'm so sorry, disclaimer for anybody that might be dealing with that. Okay? Um or not. You might not be dealing with that. And she said to me, "Do you really believe God is going to help you?" And I said, "Yeah, I do believe God is going to help me." Then she got more angry, and she said, there are trillions of people on this planet with problems bigger than yours. You really think God's going to come down? Again, she said, come down, right? And he's going to help you with your little problem. And she said that I was cute. She said that God doesn't help anybody, okay? God watches us, and it's up to us to fend for ourselves. Now, I do have to give you a little backstory about this woman. Okay, she is sickly. Okay, and she has been in pain for the past 10 years, maybe. And she's in pain, and she is dizzy all the time. And she has had many doctors give her bad medicine and that didn't work. Okay, um, prescribed her medicine that didn't help her issues, misdiagnosed her. She's had surgeries that didn't work out, and she says that she argues with God at night, and she feels like God isn't helping her. And she went to say to me, why should God help you and not help me? Okay? So I feel like she's coming at me from an angle where she is hurt. She's in pain. Okay? And for some reason, she feels like, okay, um, I shouldn't even have this kind of faith. She was angry with me for having faith. She was mad. But I had to be calm because I understood where she was coming from. You have to see things from all angles, right? You got to be like, why is this person attacking me the way that they're attacking me right now? And I have this kind of maturity. I'm like, okay, well, she's in pain and she's been in pain for years. So if I was her, I'd probably be angry too. If somebody brought up faith, okay, around me, my problem was nowhere near her problem. So I can't get mad at her for not having faith. But it's the way that she spoke to me. And another thing that she said was, oh, you're a good person. She kept repeating that over and over again. You're a good person. You're a good person. You're a good person. You're a good person. But what makes you think being a good person means God is going to help you? And I had to stop her. I told her, no. She said, what makes you think being a good person means nothing bad is going to happen to you? And then I stopped her and I said, I never said that because I'm a good person, nothing bad is going to happen to me. Bad things happen to everybody, right? It doesn't matter if you're good or if you're bad, okay? And then it's all perspective what's good and what's bad. So we don't even know, right? But she goes, well, what makes you think God is going to help you? She kept saying that. And it's almost like she was testing me. And so I'm gonna pause that story and keep reading. All right, so Psalms 54. Save me, O God, by your name, and vindicate me by your might. Hear my prayer, O God. Give ear to the words of my mouth, for the insolent have risen against me. The ruthless seek my life. They do not set God before them. Be surely, God is my helper. I'm sorry, but surely God is my helper. The Lord is the upholder of my life. He will repay my enemies for their evil. In your faithfulness, put an end to them. With a free will offering, I will sacrifice to you. I will give thanks to your name, O Lord, for it is good. For he has delivered me from every trouble, and my eye has looked in triumph on my enemies. All right, I'm going to take a pause. I told her, do you know what I've been through? I've been through so much. And she knows some things, okay? Because I did tell her some, but she don't know everything. And I said, listen, everything that I've been through, and you know what? I'm even going to tell you guys a little something. I was homeless twice in my life. Twice. And the reason why is because I had trusted certain people. And certain people did some things and led me to homelessness. Literally, like, had me losing my stability, okay? And so I told her it was through the things that I've been through that God protected me and brought me out of it. It's my life that shows me God is real, God is for me, God is protecting me, God is there, okay? And you might think, maybe somebody's listening right now, you might think your problem is not that big for God to protect you. And that's what she was telling me. So many people in the world, God doesn't have time for you. That's the enemy. The enemy wants you to think that, oh, there's no point to pray because your problem is so small, so minuscule. Who are you? Oh, God don't have time for you because somebody else is struggling, somebody else is suffering, so why shouldn't you? Or somebody else is... Listen, it's not my business what somebody else is going through. That doesn't mean I don't pray for them or feel bad for them, but I don't know God's plan for all of our lives. I don't know why he will let one person suffer more than the other or longer than the other. I have no clue. And I also don't know that person's relationship with God. All right? I also don't know anything. But what I do know is that in my life, I have testified so many times God has shown up for me. And I said that to her. And she stood quiet. And she bit her tongue. Okay? She bit her tongue. It was almost like the devil's tongue was tied. In that moment, I'm not calling her the devil, but it was the way she was challenging my faith, telling me, Well, what makes you think God is going to help you? You know, what makes you, and the way she was saying, you're so cute, God is going to come down. You think he's going to come down from heaven. Um, First of all, God works in mysterious ways. He doesn't work in obvious ways. A lot of people expect God to like prove himself. But who are we for God to prove anything to us? We're nobody. We're humans, right? And a lot of people, they don't want to believe in anything until they can see it. They need tangible proof. And God is not somebody that's like tangible, okay? Not going to be someone that proves himself, see, I'm real. No, it's either you believe or you don't. Belief actually comes before you see anything. So if you never believe, you're never going to see. And honestly, it's more of a personal experience why people come to believe in God. It's not something that we can all come together and say, oh, yeah, this is that, you know? So, all right. And so now I'm going to read some cards. And I'm just going to speak whatever comes to me at this point. She kept saying, like, oh, you're a good person, you're a good person. And it was kind of like projection, maybe. You're a good person, so these bad things are happening to you. Why are they happening to you? If you're such a good person, if there's a God, right, why are these bad things happening to you? And maybe right now the devil or the enemy, whatever you want to call it, doesn't want you to believe that you have God right now. Okay, somebody doesn't want you to have faith right now. Okay, somebody wants you to believe that because you might be going through something, therefore you don't have God. God never said you were not going to go through anything. He just said he was never going to leave you. Okay? He never said you were not going to go through anything. And the thing is, too, how will you grow spiritually? How will you be refined if you don't go through anything? If your faith isn't constantly tested, right? How do you get better at fighting? You don't fight one time and then forever be good. That's not how that works. Boxers stay practicing. Boxers stay in the ring, right? Anybody that's an athlete that's training stays training. Soldiers stay training. There's never a level that you reach where you're done training. Okay? So it was like, oh, you're this good person. Why are these bad things happening to you? And if God was real, uh, why is he letting this stuff happen to you? All right. Show me the cards I need to see. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides. Show me the cards I need to see. So I'm getting some type of energy like you're making certain decisions, executive decisions, okay? You might be an executive. It might be surrounding what your property, what you have to protect. Okay? And it might have to be like a heartbreaking situation. It might be a situation where you're betrayed or something like that. Yeah, I see Nine of Swords. Like you're in a stressful time right now. You're in a stressful time right now, okay? And you're making these decisions where you might have to cut people off, or you might have to stop talking to certain people. You might have to stop sharing certain information. You might have to lock up your heart. You might have to stop being so kind, so opening to people. You might have to be cold. You might have to be cold towards someone. It's not cold in a way where you're wicked. It's cold in a way where like you're protecting yourself. You're preserving yourself. That's what I'm getting. Because of some type of deception, all right? You have been made vulnerable to some type of deception. Somebody scammed you recently. You've been scammed recently or lied to or whatever. And this is done in somebody's favor. Like someone has lied to you for their favor, okay? Let me see. Angels, answers, spirit guides. Show me what I see. All right. So you were made to believe in something that's not real. And I'm getting instantly a love situation. All right. It could be love. Take it as it resonates. It may not be love, but the Lovers card is out here. Okay. And this is usually um, believing in some type of fantasy. It might not be love. But then I got the Nine of Pentacles and I got the Nine of Cups. That's two nines. That's two nines. And I'm getting that, you know, you're prosperous right now. You're getting your wishes fulfilled. But there's some type of conflict around it. Yeah, there's some type of conflict around it because there's like 10 of Pentacles here. All right. So this might even be family. There could be family involved. I did get finances. So I'm seeing 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. This is really good energy. Okay. This is really, really good energy. But there's conflict around this energy. I don't know if it's somebody fighting for what belongs to you. Somebody trying to put you in competition. Somebody trying to have conflict with you about your destiny, because the Star card came out. Yes, your destiny, and this is destined. This is divinely orchestrated. Something that you're working on, or something that's meant for you, and then there's some type of conflict around it. Okay. Oh my goodness. And you're moving on to calmer waters. And the Ace of Pentacles is out here again. So there's a lot of finance or stability here in your current moment. Lots of finance and stability in your current moment. But the Hierophant is out here. Now this could be enlightening. It could be God helping you. But at the same time, it could be group work. Okay? Because there is conflict here. And the Nine of Cups is also overindulging. So it could be like a group of people overindulging in attacking you or smearing your name or smearing your reputation. And there's judgment. Judgment is going to free you from this situation. From this false idea of what you think is going on. Something that you believe is real, but it's not real. It's an illusion. Somebody have you believing in that. But you made this judgment call that you woke up and you realize this is not real. Somebody has been lying to you. People have been lying to you. They've been keeping you in this state of mind. Okay? But I'm getting a lot of happiness around you. Like you're doing things that make you happy, or you're moving towards an abundant life. You're healing. You're healing from certain pain, certain betrayal. And okay, wow. So now you went from this illusion of love, and now you actually have true love. But you know what? It doesn't have to be like a love reading. It doesn't have to be a love reading. This could just be you finally being in union with the energies that is meant for you to be working with. But this is stressing people out that this is coming for you. It's just, and somebody wants to apologize for this conflict that they put you through because they see that you finally healed. Now they want to apologize because it's stressing them out that you're moving towards a union, something that's true, something that's real. You made this judgment call that freed you from this illusion. It's people, possibly people that have been pretending to be your friend. And you got some type of enlightenment and you had to get away from those people. But ever since you got away from those people, you have been moving towards an abundant future. Right? And now this person or these people are stressed out and obsessed over your strength. The fact that you're still moving on, you're charging forward without them. You cut them off and you're charging forward without them, and you're enjoying your abundance by yourself. You're no longer sharing your prosperity with these people. There was a time where you were blessing these people with your prosperity. Now you're no longer doing that. These people were pretending in your face, they were pretending to be for you. They were pretending to be for you. All right. So I'm going to keep. Okay. Yeah. I just want you to see this. This is the Queen of Swords and the Five of Swords. Okay. So you had to make a call where you had to cut somebody or people off or whatever off, an organization, a group off because of this deception. This deception that has been against you. And now that you're seeing things for what they are, you've received some type of enlightening, you have been moving forward, making better choices in your life that has been leading to prosperity. Okay? And now these people are very regretful and they want to be a part of your prosperity. They used to be a part of your prosperity. You were always prosperous. You were always prosperous. You always had good luck. When these people were around you, they always ate. There's abundant energy around you. All right. I'm hearing manna falling from the heavens. Manna, okay, like bread falling from the heavens. Like you were always blessed your whole life. And people notice this about you. So, but they would fake it. They would pretend to be your friend or they would pretend to support you because they wanted to be a part of your blessings. They wanted to enjoy your blessings with you. You didn't know that though. You're so abundant. You wanted everybody to be happy, Ten of Cups. You're so abundant, you wanted everybody to be happy. You didn't mind like sharing whatever it is that you had, even if it, listen, when I say you're abundant, I don't want nobody to go confusing like you're rich or something like that, like you're like a millionaire, billionaire. No, but you never go without. You always have what you need, and you always land on your feet because you're very favored. And people saw that about you. And when they were around you, they always ate. Okay? However way that means. They always had finances to pay the bills. They always had food on the table. They always had a roof over their head. Blah, blah, blah. They always ate around you. And you didn't mind sharing. But you woke up to something. You woke up to this deceit. You woke up to people not actually being for you. And you pulled your energy back. And you healed. And now these people are sorry. And they're stressed out because there's a union coming in your life. And I don't know if that union is already here. It has to do with your destiny. And you're charging forward. It's destiny for you to charge forward and leave these people behind. They're stressed out. Okay, I'm going to continue reading now. Psalms 55. Give ear to my prayer, O God. Do not hide yourself from my supplication. Attend to me and answer me. I am troubled in my complaint. I am distraught by the noise of the enemy, because of the clamor of the wicked, for they bring trouble upon me, and in anger they cherish enmity against me. My heart is in anguish within me. The terrors of death have fallen upon me. Fear and trembling come upon me, and horror overwhelms me. And I say, oh, that I had wings like a dove. I would fly away and be at rest. Truly, I would flee far away. I would lodge in the wilderness. I would hurry to find a shelter for myself from the raging wind and tempest. Confuse, O Lord, confound their speech, for I see violence and strife in the city day and night. They go around it on its walls, and iniquity and trouble are within it. Ruin is in its midst. Oppression and fraud do not depart from its marketplace. Okay, I'm going to pause right there, and I'm going to go back. All right, all of this is going to tie into each other. So the woman that I was talking to, she kept testing me on my faith and asking me, why should God help me? My problem is so minuscule, right? And these people, or whoever is around you right now, or the devil himself, they want you to believe that you don't have God on your side because you're going through something right now. All right? But if you look around in every area, in every other area of your life, you can see that God has not abandoned you. Tap the screen like if you believe this is your case. God hasn't abandoned you. If you look around in every other area of your life, I'm not talking about that one area where something is not working out. I'm not talking about that one area where somebody has schemed against you, fraud, or conned you, stole from you, whatever. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about your life in general. God hasn't left you. You're still good, right? You're still able to feed. You might still have a roof over your head. Your bills are still paid. You might not even know how you're doing it. You might not even know how you're making it day to day. You might be on a day to day basis right now where you don't know how you're making it to the next day. But God is still making a way for you. He's still supplementing you. All right? He's still supplementing you. But because you're going through this situation right now, and it's a hard situation, the enemy wants you to think, well, you're a good person. Why are you going through this? You must not have God. I am troubled in my complaint. I am distraught by the noise of the enemy. I am distraught by the noise of the enemy because of the clamor of the wicked. For they bring trouble upon me, and in anger they cherish enmity against me. So the enemy keeps trying to get into your mind, making you think that, yeah, because you're going through all this, God is not for you. But that's not the case. You have to keep your faith. Now, I'm going to keep reading. It's not enemies who taunt me. I could bear that. It's not adversities who deal insolently with me. I could hide from them. But it's you, my equal, my companion, my familiar friend, with whom I kept pleasant company. We walked in the house of God with throng. Let death come upon them. Let them go down alive to Sheol. For evil is in their homes and in their hearts. But I call upon God, and the Lord will save me. Evening and morning and at noon I utter my complaint and moan, and he will hear my voice. He will redeem me unharmed from the battle that I wage, for many are arrayed against me. I'm going to stop right there. So for any of you that want to find this passage, it's Psalms 55, 4 through 15. Okay? Verse 4 through 15. And it says, it's not enemies who taunt me. I could bear that. It's not adversities who deal insolently with me. I could hide from them. But it's you, my equal, my companion, my familiar friend, with whom I kept pleasant company. We walked in the house of God with throng. So it's somebody that's close to you that has caused you problems. It's someone that's close to you that has deceived you. Okay? That has committed some type of fraud. That's trying to take something from you. And like I said earlier, Queen of Swords is here. You might have had to cut certain people off. People who were pretending to be kind, or people who were pretending to support you. People who just wanted to be around you because being around you meant being blessed. It was something that they were benefiting off of you. Like I said, you may not be a millionaire. You don't have to be. You don't have to be. But you have God's favor on your life. You always fall on your feet. There's always manna falling from the heavens. You're always fed on a day-to-day basis. You never have to worry. Never. And I feel so safe saying that. You know, they say never say never. You never have to worry with God. Ever. but it's the people that's closest to you. And it was this woman that was closest to me yesterday telling me, questioning me, testing me on my faith, talking about, well, your problem is so minuscule compared to what everybody else is going through in the world. You really think God is going to come down from heaven and save you and protect you and help you, you know? And I was like, yeah, yeah, I do believe that. I do, actually, yeah. Maybe I might sound a little crazy. Maybe it's a little delusional. But sometimes you have to be delusional because faith requires you to be delusional. I'm saying something to somebody right now. Faith requires you to be delusional. Faith requires you to believe in something right now that, like, you don't see. Yeah, I do believe God's going to come down and help me in my little problems. Yes, I do. I do believe God has time for me. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And this person or these people is mad at you for having some type of faith like this. They're mad at you for having this kind of faith. I feel like these people try to block your destiny. They try to kill your hope, kill your faith. Something about how you believe. And that's why you're always provided for. That's why you're so abundant. It's because you always believe. You always have some type of faith. And these people, this person, they tried so hard they tried so hard. All right, the words are coming to me. They tried so hard to make all these bad things happen to you that so that you can think God is not on your side. All right? So, like, I don't know if they're keeping something from you, something that belongs to you, if they stole something from you, if they're smearing your name, okay, if they're causing you to lose things. These people are doing that to you. It's not God. Because you could look everywhere else around your life, you know that you're still covered. God still got you. But you're going through something right now. You are going through something hard right now. But it's not because of God. It's not God doing that to you. It's these people putting you through this mess because they don't like your faith. And they want you to believe that all these bad things are happening to you. Therefore, you must not have God. You know, you're the kind of person where you try to be good. And good is a perception, okay? Good like depends on what you believe good is, but you try not to hurt others. You try to treat people the way you'd like to be treated. You really have that kind of a mindset. Okay? You're this person where you have a good reputation. When people hear your name, they have nothing but good things to say. All right, actually, I'm hearing, Dolly Parton just passed away yesterday. Lord, I hope she rests her soul in heaven. She's a good person. And I feel like the world feels Dolly Parton's passing. Everybody feels that. I feel like everybody feels that. Okay? Because of how good of a person she was and all the good deeds that she did. You're the kind of person where when your name comes up in a room, people have nothing but nice things to say about you. People also know about your hardships. They might not know everything, but they know that you've been through some things. They know about your hardships. They know that you had a hard life. You didn't have an easy life. But what's miraculous about that is you didn't let any of that change you. You didn't let it make you bitter. You remained a good person. Okay? And people have nothing but good things to say about you. You're such a good person. You're such a good person. You're such a good person. That's what this woman kept saying to me yesterday. Right? And so, that's monitoring spirit around here. I hate that. So these people now, they know that you're not going to do it to yourself. They know that you're not going to make a decision that is going to wreak havoc over your life. You're the kind of person you make calculated decisions. All right, you're very executive, Queen of Swords energy. You think before you do. And these people know that you're not going to put yourself in any kind of trouble. These people put you in trouble. They're the ones that brought the trouble to you. They brought a lot of trouble to you, all because of their jealousy, because they see how you have favor in your life. They see that God has always taken you out of some type of trouble. Anytime you're in trouble, God take you out. And it's not trouble that you put yourself in. It's just that you find yourself in trouble. But God has taken you out. I heard true. Somebody saying that's true. But these people have seen you land on your feet over and over again because of your faith. And now they're trying to cause havoc, wreak havoc, so that you can question if you really have God. Okay, show me the card and see interesting cards. Oh, spoil. So these people think that you're spoiled by God. In fact, they're even triggered, okay? These people think that you're spoiled by God. I'm telling you, these people are this person who is causing hardship for you in this moment. They notice that you keep falling on, they keep landing, you keep landing on your feet. Excuse me. You keep landing on your feet. Your faith is what brings you through, is what brought you through. Your life is a testimony. Okay? You keep landing on your feet and you're always blessed. Every day you have enough. You make it. You make it through the month. You make it through the year. They don't understand how. I'm even hearing that, they've been throwing witchcraft at you, spell work, or whatever. They have been causing hardship for you. They're sorry about it now. But it's not like sorry like they want to come and apologize. No, they're sorry because it's backfiring. But anyway, they feel like you're spoiled. It triggers them how much favor you have over your life. Look at that, demons. I don't know if they have been sending demons towards you. The devil is out here. Page of Wands. I don't know if, I'm telling you, they've been casting those spells. I don't know if, they have exactly about your abundance. And I said that earlier because you're so abundant. You don't have to be a millionaire. You don't got to be a billionaire. You don't even have to have $100,000. But you always got enough. You're always good. Every single day you're good. Every single day you good. You're manifesting. You rub your hands together and something happens. You make things happen. It's like, okay, let me read that part. It says, but I call upon you, God, and the Lord will save me. Evening and morning and at noon, I utter my complaint and moan, and he will hear my voice. He will redeem me unharmed from the battle that I wage, for many are arrayed against me. You don't even know that you have so many enemies against you. You got a lot of people watching you. There's that term pocket watching, but pocket watching really means like when you have money, people want to know how, yes, yeah, they are pocket watching you. Because how are you able to still have that car, still have that house, still pay those bills? How are you able? Because they have sent so much hardship your way. They have watched you lose everything, but watch you gain it all back 10 times fold. And they don't understand how it is you're still doing it. But you're going through hardship. When you do go through hardship, it's not like, you're hunky-dory about it. It's not like you're just, sunshine and rainbows. You do cry. You do complain. But you're talking to God. You still talk to God. Even when you're going through what you're going through, you still talk to God. Even when these people have made it hard for you, you still talk to God. And that is what triggers them, because they thought that, okay, for sure, if we make it hard for collective, if, we cause pain and misfortune for collective, they're not going to keep praying. They're going to give up. They're going to stop having faith. But every time something bad happens to you, you could be in the middle of it. You could be thick in it. You're still praying. You're complaining. Matter of fact, I utter my complaint and moan, and he will hear my voice. You're even complaining, but you're still talking to him or her, the source, God. Conquest. Look at that. You're still on a mission with God. And these people have had a mission against you. So this zodiac came out. The zodiac sign came out. That could be resonating with somebody. But spiritual warfare came out. All right. So yeah, these people. And what did it say? It said he will redeem me unharmed from the battle I wage. For many are arrayed against me. Arrayed against you. That's spiritual warfare. That is spiritual warfare. Right? So, but you keep coming out on top. You keep coming out on top. You keep being blessed. You keep manifesting. And time's up for these people. Okay, I was just getting ready to say that. So I'm going to close this reading. I was just getting ready to say that. So whatever it is that you're going through right now, you're going through something real hard, real difficult. Someone took something from you, or somebody's keeping something from you that's rightfully yours. That's what I'm getting, okay? You're some type of fraud or scam, and you're righteous. You're the one who's in the right. And you've been keeping the faith. You have been keeping the faith. People are watching. There's people that know about the situation that you're going through, and they have been keeping up, actually, like a soap opera. They've been keeping up. Maybe you've been updating certain people, telling them, yeah, I'm still going through it. Yeah, I'm still in the mud. Yeah, but I still got my head up. I still believe I'm gonna come out of this. Okay, and this is not like natural. This is man-made adversities. This is man-made adversities. It's someone who's putting you through it on purpose. Okay. And the people that are watching you, they're also watching you keep the faith. And you're like, God is going to do something for me. God's going to... And it's not like you're saying, okay, that's another thing that the woman said to me yesterday. She was like, oh, you got to fend for yourself. God's not going to come down and help you. You got to fend for yourself. It's not like you're sitting on your hands, okay, and waiting for God to make the move. You're also doing things. You're also, collecting evidence to defend yourself. You're fighting to get out of this, okay? But I'm getting quicksand. I'm getting the vision of quicksand. When you're in quicksand and you're not supposed to fight to get out, because the more that you fight, the deeper you sink, right? It's kind of like, I think you have to float to the top. How do you get out of quicksand? You have to float to the top to get out of it. So it's not like you're not fighting back, but you're being strategic about it. You're being strategic about how you stand up for yourself, how you protect yourself. The Queen of Swords energy comes out again. You're making these decisions, these executive decisions. You're kind of being cold-hearted, and you're hiding your emotions. You're in pain right now, but you're not showing that, because that would kind of be like fussing in the quicksand. If you were to be emotional, if you were to be like, oh, these people are doing this to me, and you're pointing fingers and you're angry, you would get sucked into that quicksand. People want to use your emotions against you, so you're being strategic about it, right? You're being strategic about it. But at the same time, you know that God is going to come and help you. You know that he's going to meet you halfway. Sometimes it's more than halfway. It doesn't always have to be 50-50. God can meet you 80%. You're meeting him 20%, right? And in this time right now, it is not required for you to work so hard to get yourself out of this problem, because you didn't put yourself in this problem. This is man-made adversity, okay? Orchestration. This is not divine intervention, okay? This is not divine orchestration that's causing these problems for you, okay? So you don't really have to fight so hard. You don't really got to fight so hard to get out of this problem, because time's up for these people. They got to give back to you whatever is yours. And they're going to give it back to you 10 times fold, because of the time that they wasted putting you through all this. Okay? And You got people watching you keep the faith. You got people watching you keep the faith, and they're wondering why. You know, like, why you? Why? How come? How come? God should help you, and you're about to prove a lot of people wrong. A lot of people think that, oh, because your problem is not that big, compared to everybody else in the world, that God doesn't have time for you. Ooh, okay. And all right. So I'm gonna take that as a sign. I'm just gonna close this reading right now, and I'm gonna finish reading this passage. Okay. So God, who is enthroned from of old, Salah, will hear and will humble them, because they do not change. They do not fear God. My companion laid hands on a friend and violated a covenant with me, with speech smoother than butter, but with a heart set on war, with words that were softer than oil, but in fact were drawn swords. Cast your burden on the Lord, and he will sustain you. He will sustain you. He will never permit the righteous to be moved. But you, O God, will cast them down into the lowest pits. The bloodthirsty and treacherous shall not live out half their days, but I will trust in you. Okay? So you got people that, and I'm going to leave it here. I know they're telling me to end it. You got people that are trying to derail you away from your faith. They don't want you to believe in God, okay? They want you to think that what's happening to you, you're a good person. How could God let bad things happen to you? You're a good person, blah, blah, blah. You're going to keep the faith, okay? These people don't believe in God. They don't believe in God because people cannot walk a mile in your shoe. What you have been through, a lot of people in their lifetime, and I'm talking about people who are much older than you, could not have gone through and survived. These people, they go through one adversity and they give up on God. They go through one bad time and they give up on God because they think, I'm a good person, bad things shouldn't happen to me. But you, on the other hand, you don't have that kind of mindset. You don't say, oh, bad things don't happen to good people. You understand that bad things happen to everybody, right? You understand we don't wrestle with flesh and blood, but we wrestle with darkness and principalities, right? Evil. You understand that. But you don't give up your faith in God. You hold on to God even tighter. When times are hard, that's when you even hold on much tighter to your faith. And those people, they don't have that kind of faith. And it triggers them that you're still praying to God, even though bad things are happening to you. It triggers them that God keeps coming through for you. They feel like you're spoiled. And I'm just gonna leave it with this last thing here. When this situation blows over and you're healed from it, or everything is good, right? And you're back to everything being good. Whatever is yours is returned to you, right? Don't tell these people nothing. Don't tell these people nothing. Because I promise you, I'm not telling you to hide God, but if you bring up God, they're going to be mad about it. Because in my situation, in my scenario that I brought up, the woman that was telling me God is not going to help me. Why should God help me and God hasn't helped her? Because she's in pain. She has been in pain for 10 years. She is sick. Okay? She's dealing with a condition. If I go to her and tell her, yeah, God helped me with my situation, because I know that he already will. He already has. He already won, right? And I go tell her, yup, situation all cleaned up. God fixed it. She's going to be angry. She's going to say, well, why you and not me? Why you and not me? Okay? And you know what it is? It's because of your lack of faith. But it's not your job to go tell people that. It's not your job to go wake people up and be like, it's your lack of faith. No. Don't even tell people, yeah, God fixed the situation. Yeah. I don't know how you're going to word it, but don't do it. Don't do it. You cannot save these people. There's nothing you cannot tell these people, yeah, God cleaned up the situation for me. Okay? Because they're going to be angry that you're so damn spoiled and God protects you. And why not them? Why not them? Why you? Why not them? Even your problem, my problem is much smaller than that woman's problem. I'm not in pain. She's in pain. I'm not in pain. Okay? But your problem might seem minuscule to certain people. And why did God help you and not them? But it's because, they feel like bad things shouldn't happen to them in the first place. So they gave up on God from the start. They gave up on God from the start. And that's the reason why God isn't helping them. They haven't given God room to help them. They already cut God, you know, they already took his chance away before he could even show them what he can do. All right, that's it. So if you enjoyed this reading, like, share, and subscribe, and have a good one. Oh my goodness, how do I end this?